this is really important for the student and the parent to see, because it is way different than a traditional setting. That's a good thing, because we all learn differently. As a parent, it's been nice to be able to see, especially my daughter, some of the things the traits that she has towards learning and her studies and so forth that I contribute to BBHCS, like time management, and also her ability to stick to things. And if she doesn't get it, she's able to figure things out and really stick to things. So I've been able to be part of BBHCS not only as the principal, but also as a parent as well.
Yeah, so I'm Jenny Landis, to talk a little bit about why we are an option, I guess, at Birchwood School. We just look at a different style of learning. It's a little more it's a lot more student-led, and it's a lot more collaborative. We use a lot of technology and flexible scheduling and structure throughout. What I look at as the key elements, and this is developed and grows and changes along the way, but we have a lot of individualization. Communication is a huge part, because we do a lot of presenting, we do a lot of talking with each other and collaborating, trying to find outside resources, experts in the area. And in the real world that we live in now, like the accountability of time management and credit management, they don't earn grades at our school, students don't, but they earn credits based on what they showcase in their product. So they don't take tests or quizzes on their subject learning. Instead, they usually use technology or some form of creative expression to make something to show their learning. And we try and incorporate a lot of outside experiences and also bringing people in here. But students can take leadership roles too in organizing things. Talking about individualization, knowing that students are all different. So they have their own personal learning plans that we create a website, lets them kind of map out their yearly learning as well as to graduate or finish 8th grade or to graduate high school. We have student-led group think sessions. So this is where, like a parent-teacher conference, but it's totally led by the student. They showcase what they're doing. Students have personal workspace. They can decorate and call their own. And then they have like flexible scheduling. Communication skills are really huge here, and we think they're huge in the real world. So we kind of have an emphasis a lot of times just through things that we do, such as presentation nights, advisory circle. You see pictured down in the bottom left, where we do bring in experts or just resources in the community, like Howard Stone was talking to us about naturalization and civics. And then we have communication with younger ages too, where students are able to be STEAM helpers and STEAM literacy in Mr. Jerry's room with some younger students.
You know, the kids ask questions to each other about their projects, and they bounce things off from each other, and they're in turn learning from the other students as well. Jenny more of a chance to work one-on-one with the students and gives children more independence, more confidence, because once you start, you're no longer a grade level, you are a part of just BBHCS, and you are no longer a number, you are earning your credits to advance at your pace. It also lets you dive into real life experiences.
Accountability was kind of mentioned, so this is a big difference at our school. In the upper left corner, you see an example from our project software called HeadRush, where students set up their projects, they plan it, they report in there, they add evidence of their learning. And I also can provide this credit requirement list too. It kind of breaks down for middle school and for high school credits needed. There's an emphasis on just general school and career success, like life skills that will hopefully help students throughout their life. Getting back to all the soft skill things, working hard, being flexible, not whining, keep learning. So those are always brought up and emphasized throughout our day. And I mentioned technology use. We try and do that as much as we can. So in the top, it's kind of hard to see, but with the drone, we try and use that in student activities. Kyle in the bottom left there is looking through a 3D printer for one of his projects on the Curiosity rover. He created a 3D model of that. And then we have Sydney in the bottom, who is, you can't hardly see, but those papers next to her are storyboard for a cartoon that she created to show her learning. And then she's drawing illustrations for that on the iPad.
When I was in Montessori in 5th grade, I started a fundraiser as a guidance project, and then this year in class I was like, well, I kind of want to do the fundraiser again, so I don't know how to do a project to incorporate with it, and I was able to get a lot more information about how that worked and spread my fundraiser to be a lot larger than it was last year, and we ended up raising a total of $250. And basically that's just a test that we do on our computers, and it basically just places us where we are with our different subjects like math and reading and all that. And that gives our teacher a bit of an idea as to where to put our learning at and to help us there. You know, either go up to the public school and take a math class there, or we can do our online math program, which is called Alex Math. And basically on there, which is what I do, is really nice because if you progress at your own rate, and that you're not just going along with the rest of the class, so if you don't understand something, you can keep learning that thing until you get it right.
And then just getting out and doing things. The students a lot of times lead parts of this. So we have canoe trips, and Anna Demers is on the very far left. She's a 4-H youth leader. So she teaches sometimes outdoor leadership skills and games to build teams. And we try and get out and help the senior center spring and fall to clean up there. And then bottom right is when we package craisins for the Cranberry Fest for Stone Lake. So that's a whole process of like food preparation and weighing out the craisins. I saved here till the last are the student-led projects. So primarily in science, social studies, and electives, students create their plan, usually through a mind map or outline. They do extensive research online, but also we encourage books, and outside experts are huge. It's a lot better sometimes to talk to somebody about it. And then they create something to show their learning. They sit down then with the advisor, myself, and they explain their learning, usually through showing their product, the thing they created. And then another part that makes us unique is they reflect on their learning. So at the end, they fill out a little reflection of what went well and what could I do differently. And I might have mentioned in the communication, or you saw pictures of that, we have public presentation nights 3 times a year where the students present to anybody that wants to come and see. So there's kind of the overview again, the student-led project-based learning, but we look at the individuals and try and get them to communicate and be accountable. They can use technology and then experience lots of different real-world problem solving and real-world skills. we have such a great school district with so many good options. So just finding the right spot. If you want to try this out, we would love to have you.